The 8th edition of the Rugby World Cup promises to be the biggest and the most extravagant of all. The tournament that was inaugurated in 1987 in Australia and New Zealand, and now of course it has come back to England. And here in this market town called Rugby, this is where the game of rugby football union started way back in the early 19th century. The gentleman on the statue behind me, William Webb Ellis, was the young schoolboy. Fable tells us that he picked up the ball all those years ago and ran with it. That was the start of the game. And of course, as you know, the World Cup trophy is the William Webb Ellis Trophy.
We had the William Webb Ellis Trophy Tour here on the 16th and 17th of August, and if you'd have been here that day, you'd have seen exactly what it means to the people of rugby, because where we're stood right now, this place was absolutely packed with residents who had come to see the trophy, get a glimpse of the trophy, get a photograph with the trophy. We are hugely behind this tournament. We are hugely behind the Rugby World Cup. This is the birthplace of the game, and we're extremely pleased and proud to be part of it.
The magnificent buildings of Rugby School form the centrepiece of the town of Rugby, but it's all throughout the town that you're reminded of the game of rugby football, and the Webb Ellis Museum is a reminder of all the years that have gone by. And Phil Blundell is the manager of the Webb Ellis Museum and the shop, and he's seen plenty of rugby to talk about.
I think rugby don't scream and shout enough about what we have got, and I think a lot of it is our own problem. As I say, I think we are a bit reserved and a bit laid back, but I think the time is right that now, we're proud of what we've got. I'm a rugby man, forgetting my position here, I'm a rugby man, and I'm incredibly proud of Rugby the town, and I want everybody to know about it, and it's getting that way. So the timing's right. The timing's now.
So this is a good place to come. If you have rugby in your blood, you'd say, come here to rugby.
Oh yeah, without doubt. Yeah, definitely. I mean, why wouldn't you? I mean, there's not a single other sport in the world that has such defining links to a particular place. I mean, it's the mecca of the sport. I mean, it's somewhere every rugby fan should come at some time in their life.
In this lovely town of Rugby, there are reminders that the Rugby World Cup is here in England and in Wales. There isn't a Rugby World Cup fixture here, but the locals, they don't mind that. They'll tell you that this is where rugby was born, here at Rugby School. And the name of that young schoolboy is on the trophy, the Webb Ellis Cup, the World Cup. Which team will lift it? Whoever does, their names will come back here as a part of history. This is Alan Wilkins for Supersport in Rugby, England.